Yo, what's up? Carlos, Dak, Jameson. Give me 1 second here so I can share this link real quick. Kevin, what's good? What's good? Right. There we go in the stocks chat. Here we go in the general announcements. And here we go in the lessons tab. Perfect. How'd everybody do today? What's good, Jordy, Slim, Martin, Christian, or Christopher, sorry. Michi said green on PayPal. Nice. Green, 400% SPX play. Nice, King. No, Christopher, I didn't. Did you send it in the stocks chat or to me specifically? Hold up. I'll check those in a bit. Break even today. Nice. What's up, Willie? Green on SPY. Green on NVIDIA and SPY. Okay, gotcha. 2% on the account. That's still nice, Jordy. Did you trade today? I did. I caught NVIDIA. Well, I stopped out, or not NVIDIA, I'm sorry. AMD, I stopped out to the upside, and then I caught it to the downside from, or was this? 151.70-ish, all the way down to 149. So that was pretty solid. That was the only trades I took today. I skipped NVIDIA personally. I liked AMD to the upside. Got stopped out. I was up pretty nicely on this trade actually, but was not the move I was looking for whatsoever, so I ended up stopping out. And then, like I said, I caught it from like 151.65, 70-ish, all the way down to 149. Did it freeze for you guys? Hold up. I'm seeing the comments roll in. I just sent something in stocks chat real quick. No lagging. Okay. It's back? Okay, cool. Perfect. It's my bad. I can never tell what it's doing for you guys. It looked fine for me, but okay. Cool. So going through the watch list A to Z, if you guys have any specific levels on specific stocks that you want me to check out, go ahead and send those in the chat and I will check them out. I'm going to be reading the YouTube chat, not the Discord chat, just so you know. But yeah, go ahead and get this started. So Apple has earnings on the 1st, so it has earnings tomorrow. We got a nice inverse H here at 224. I mean, we already broke that, but what is that? Is that before or after? After market close. So probably going to stick away from this because I'm not a huge Apple fan anyways. Thank you, Michi, for the clarification. Yeah, I'm not a huge Apple fan anyways. I'm not really trying to trade it before earnings, so go ahead and skip that. Airbnb, we've got this downtrend forming here, but what I would be interested in is this low at 137.58, and we're pretty far from that. So probably going to skip on that one too, but I will mark a level there just in case. Also set an alert down here at like 138.50. Right. AMD, let's see what we got going on. Or I can go ahead and skip back to Apple, that works too. There we go. So, what is going on with these stocks right now? AMD, there we go, my lord. So we ended up breaking through the levels that I liked today. Let's see here. AMD 156.70. Let's see here. I think I like it before that, honestly, but I mean 156.70, it's 156.95 would be the level, but yeah, that doesn't look bad. But I like it at 153.50 or 66 still. The level that I was looking at today. Go ahead and get rid of some of these levels because they're old levels. Yeah, I don't think I really like it up until like 153.66, but I do like that level still. So what's up, Tariq? Glad you can make it. Yeah, Amazon. Got a level at 190.74 here. Just a simple resistance. I guess that's at 190.80. Go ahead and adjust that. Nothing too deep behind this level other than just a resistance point, but if we set up there nicely, that would be cool. That's probably going to be the bottom of my list of what I'm watching. We've got earnings on it tomorrow, after market as well, so probably going to stick away from that. How's your TOS slow today? I have no idea, KJP. That's a great question that I wish I could answer. RM went crazy today. They had earnings after hours, so that makes sense. Let's see. That doesn't look bad. There's a gap at 122.35. So there's like 3 supports right here, with the last one being a gap. Go ahead and change this to a different color. Okay. When you guys use TOS, did you sell or buy market and sell ask because I'm getting horrible fills? Horrible fills are subjective. A lot of people say they get horrible fills, but it's also like 55% their fault, at least. So no TOS's fills are not going to be as good as IB's, but selling and buying market is what we always do on the majority of platforms. So like pretty much any platform other than IB, I think everybody buys and sells market, because especially on TOS, you don't have the customization like you do on IB to get that limit slippage. So it's a lot harder to sell or buy a limit on TOS. Let's see here. Yeah, and not bad. Right, there we go. All right, so ARM does not look bad. See here, moving on, AVGO. This 165.30 doesn't look bad either. Just a stock that I don't trade that often, so I'll probably go further down on my watch compared to some other stuff. 320. Yeah, Criddle, I like that too, but there's a level that I like before that 156.70 on AMD. What's the time frame on your chart? Right now it's the 4-hour. Are the options expirations you look at always for the next day? I mean, we play the same week contracts, and when we're trading SPY, we're generally playing same days unless we say otherwise. What's IB? It's Interactive Brokers. Yes, Richie, referring to support and resistance. Uh, 180-day 4-hour. It's the default. I still like BA up here at like 197. What is this? 197.20. But we're decently far from that. Baba, I hate this stock. Skipping it. Can you buy options and Interactive Broker 24 hours a day? No, the options market is closed and opened right when market opens and right when market closes. You cannot do options trades after hours. Here, what's coin up to? Coin still has some room left in this gap. Got about 1 million levels in this area, so I'm going to clear these out. $222.50. Guess what is the actual low on that? $222.35. Okay, and then this gap ends at 218.75, so we've still got about $4 on this gap. It does not look bad at all. I like that on coin. Costco doing jack. Crowd. Okay, so I guess the only thing to look at on crowd really is just this low. 226.22. Doesn't look bad. Okay, moving on. There. Do you guys like when I write out ideas for stocks that I would not personally trade? Like even if there's a like a decent setup, but I know for a fact I'm not going to trade it. Do you guys like when I still write those down anyways, or would you prefer me to just write down the ones that I would actually take? Because whenever we do these and I have, let's see, how many did I have last week? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trade ideas. There's zero shot that I'm looking at all 11 of these. I'm realistically going to pay attention to like 2 or 3 max. Because when I write all these down the night before, like that's cool. But the morning of, it's realistically going to come down to the stocks that I trade the most anyways. So you guys would prefer that I just write down the ones that I would actually take. Okay. Cool. Well, I know some of them break pre-market anyways, but yeah, I mean, I think you know, going through them and charting them out is all cool, but when it comes to like actually writing them down, it makes no sense to write out a whole trade idea for something that I know I'm not going to take. So I didn't know what your guys' thoughts on that were. Didn't know if you wanted the more the merrier or just the main ones. And I mean, now that we leave these up anyways, it's not like you guys can't go back and look at the charts for the things that I'm not writing ideas on. You can see where I place my lines, go do it on your chart if you really liked that setup. But Moderna doesn't look horrible at 115.47, but there's no shot that I'm trading that stock. Like if it came down to nothing or Moderna, I would trade nothing. These are gross. Looks like it could be something. Gotcha, Eddie. That's nothing worth me focusing my attention on for MU. Why do you think SMCI has been bad the past couple weeks? I've traded SMCI like almost every day for like a month and a half, so I don't know what you mean by SMCI being bad for a couple weeks, but I feel like I've traded SMCI more than I've traded anything else recently. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but honestly, I really don't like anything on NVIDIA. Like anything close, at least. Jose, we know you don't think SMCI is bad. SMCI could drop to negative $10 and you'd be like, nah, this is a great stock. The contract costs seem different to me. I mean, yeah, the contracts are going to be more expensive on some days compared to others, but that's why you just go out of the money a little bit further on SMCI. And I'm sure we'll have some type of pre-market setup on NVIDIA, but I saw a couple of you guys mention it earlier. I don't see anything that I like on this. Like, literally probably until like 123, 124. Catching on the way down. That's facts of Jose. Okay. You chart the previous day's levels or wait till pre-market? I don't know exactly what you're trying to ask there, but if it answers your question, I'm charting from whenever to whenever to get levels for the next day. So, I mean, the level can be from a year ago as long as it hasn't broken yet. Spot paid good after earnings last week. I traded it. Got you, Michi. I'll check that out. Is there a level on it, or you just want me to look at it? Frame do you look at typically for the next day? I mean, I will look at every time frame. I'm looking for the setup on the larger time frames, but I'm going down throughout all the time frames to confirm whether the level looks good or not. So like whenever I'm just clicking through the stocks quickly and just glancing through, I'll generally be able to tell if it looks like we have anything whatsoever. So that's why, I mean, if I wasn't doing this on a live stream and like making it a whole lesson, I'd be done already. Or like I probably would have been done like 5 minutes ago. But when you see me clicking through the stocks a little bit quickly, it's because I'm out on the larger time frames, seeing if we have anything that is even worth looking at in the first place. And then if I see something that looks halfway decent, I'll actually like go through each time frame and see if it's something that I actually want to trade. So 730 on SMCI is an idea. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but something at least. What's old Snow doing? I've not got to Tesla yet, Eddie. I'm clicking on it right now. Gadget do you have above your watch list? I don't know what you're referring to. I have two watch lists. I have a quick chart and I have the news. I'm not sure if you're talking about this over here. There's nothing over here other than my watch lists. So if you're talking about something else though, then ask again. I just don't know what you're referring to. Oh, you were talking about the first watch list. Gotcha. So this watch list up here that I'm scrolling through right now is my main watch list that has all my stocks in it that I like to look at. And then this watch list right here is where I put my main watches for the day. The reason I have these separate is because this one controls the big chart. When I click on a stock in this watch list, controls the big chart. When I click on a stock in my other watch list, it controls my execution screen chart. So what are the purple arrows pointing down? That's the stock hours algo. The purple arrows pointing down and the green one's pointing up. I just did a video on the algo last week. So if you're curious about that, check out that video. Okay. All right. I'm going to finish charting real quick before I go through those questions. So Tesla at 235.98. So basically 236. I like that. And I honestly like this 234.68 leading into that as well. So that is pretty decent because we're breaking this 15-minute downtrend before we even get there. So that's cool. I like that. All right, so go ahead and go through here and start writing out the ideas. I think AMD I'm just going to put as a side watch. Amazon I'm not writing down because realistically I'm not taking that since there's earnings tomorrow after hours and I highly doubt that we're going to hold below this level. ARM. I like ARM. Okay, yeah. Know what we're looking at here. We got... We're going to just go through and delete all those. We've got oh wait, I have both of these popped out. Okay, main watch, we are looking at ARM. ARM, we've got coin, got Tesla. Those are going to be our main watches. What did I have on Meta? I think I just had an alert set for something on Meta, right? Oh no, I didn't even go through this. We had earnings today after hours. 5:15 looks cool. If we can hold below that until pre-market. Look bad at all. Realistically, I'll probably look at Meta over ARM, so I'll put that there. Put ARM at the bottom. And AMD is going to be in the side watches. What else did we have? We had crowd, right? And we had crowd in the side watches as well. Okay. So Meta, looking at 5:15. Continuation after earnings. Doubt we have any trends here that actually make sense, but see, I'd probably be looking for a minimum target of like 520 on this, to be honest. Coin. Look at that. Man, the LTOS is being slow today. Right. AVGO can probably be a side watch as well. AMD, sorry, I know I'm going backwards right now, but I like doing them in alphabetical order because that means I can go through and know that I didn't miss something. So, right, and then ARM, we have the heck of a trade idea right here. We've got 3 supports like all within 40 cents of each other. So what does it look like today? But after hours. I'd honestly probably not play that low and just look at these support levels. So we got SMCI at 730. I'll put that on. Sometimes I wish my hands were doing what my brain was thinking there. Hold up. Okay. All right. Tesla, we've got I'm trying to get too deep into this right now. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that because realistically, I'm probably going to try and hold from 234.68 through the 236 break. No point of me trying to say other ways to do that because if I'm planning to do that, I want you guys to catch that move too. So don't want to discourage any of that. We're about half and half with upside and downside plays tomorrow. Guess we've got 4 upside, 3 downside, so that's cool. We've got trades for both directions. The only thing that I would hope for is that we don't see chop. I know Michi wanted me to check out Spotify earlier. I'll do that real quick. See if we need to add anything else there. And the only thing I really see that we could play on this would just be 350, which is valid. You can definitely do that, but generally I'm looking for trades that I can plan to hold a bit longer. Okay, let's see here. When we get the stock hours algo on TOS, no, you cannot. Not sure why, but when I make the second watch list and I linked it at number 2, it doesn't change on the chart. You have to link your watch list to the chart. So if you have the chart linked to 1 and the watch list linked to 2, it's not gonna pull up on the chart. I have mine at 1 for my main watch list up here, and 2 for my daily watch list down here. And this is linked to 1. These are all linked to 2. The stock hours only play calls. No, we do not. Doesn't Coin have earnings? Coin does have earnings tomorrow after market. So hopefully we can hold that level until afterwards, but I doubt it. Tesla has a yearly gap at 234.50. $234.50. Well, if it had one at 234.50, that means we closed it today. Guy 730. Yep, I wrote down SMCI. Keith, if you have 3 supports like that, why not draw a zone? Because I like to know the exact levels I'm looking at. How long have you been trading options? Almost 4 years now. Maybe over 4 years, we can see. Hold up. I don't know how to see when I... Either 3 or 4 years. If it's not 4, then it's very close. What's up, Jack? No problem. Obviously looking for the best trade for the day. I can't forget NVIDIA. I don't like NVIDIA, Hector. There's nothing on NVIDIA that I like. Why do you have 234.68? Why not 234.27? On what? I have 234.68 because that's the level on Tesla. Yeah. Oh my lord. Yeah. Resistance is at 234.68, so that's why I have that. Which other trends do you see other than the 15-minute on Tesla? Which other time frames do you like it on? I mean, I like it on any time frame. I'm always going to be executing on the 1 minute, but on this, when I'm looking at it tomorrow, I'm probably going to be paying attention to the 30-minute and the 1 hour, other than the 1 minute. So I'll have my 1 minute, I'll have the 30-minute, and I'll have the 1 hour all pulled up, just like as soon as the 30-minute loads, pulled up just like this. What makes a good level? Just any support and resistance, or new highs, new lows? Because you mentioned if a level broke, what does that mean? We want to see levels that haven't been broken, because if we see that the level's broken, then the level's really not that important anymore. The only reason that we're paying attention to these levels is because they are resistances and supports. But if we break through these resistances and supports, then that means that they're not really resisting or supporting anything anymore. So it'd be like trying to pop a balloon that's already deflated. Can't really do much else there. So yeah, I'll have my Tesla chart like this tomorrow. On 1 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. Why do you keep NQ on the bottom left? So I can see what the overall market's doing while I'm in my trade. How we judge strength and weakness compared to the market. Can you cover SPY and IWM, please? I mean, I really don't look at SPY that often, but I can look at it for you if you want. I don't know exactly what you want me to cover on it because there's not a whole lot to cover. IW. I never look at this. Yeah, I mean, we're just in a 1 hour uptrend channel on IWM. Not really anything going on there for me to look at. Bullish case for calls in the morning. I mean, if that is how you play it, then that's how you play it. Personally, I would not take that trade, but if that's what you do and that works for you, then that is all cool. Personally, to me, it looks like we're in the middle of no man's land and the whole chart just looks gross. But whatever floats your boat there. If that's how you're trading it, though, we also probably have completely different trading styles. So what's no man's land? When we're not really at any breakout or breakdown levels. JC, I looked at Meta. It's on the watch list. Very first one. Yeah, no problem, Merc. Yes, but what makes it broken? Just that they surpassed a level once or twice, or that they no longer have any type of wall at that point and are far from it. So when I say it's broken, I mean like literally you have a level and the stock has moved through it after that level has been established. So let's see if I can do this real quick. All right. So if I have a level right here, say the stock came up here, we did this, right? Okay, we have a level right here, we have a level right here, and we have a level right here. Now, once we come through and we break one of these levels, this level is no longer important because the price has already broken through it, right? So this level used to be important because we had a resistance, but it is no longer important because that resistance has been broken. So why would you try and play a broken resistance? You wouldn't. Your new resistance would be right here. Now, once this level breaks, this level is no longer important. Now this level is important. We come back up here. Once this level breaks, boom. We come back down. This level is no longer important anymore. This would be the important level, right? Is it better to see divergence when comparing a stock to the overall market for confidence in a trade? Tyler, no. I don't think it's better necessarily. I personally like just seeing whether my stock is stronger or weaker than the market. If I'm looking at an upside trade and I know my stock is stronger than the market, I am way more confident in that trade because I know whatever move the market decides to make, my stock is going to hold up better than that. So any move that the market decides to make in my favor, my stock will perform better than that. Same thing with the weakness. If we have any type of bounce, I know that my stock won't bounce as far. And if we have any type of sell-off, I know that my stock is going to sell off harder than the market. So I would prefer to see strength or weakness rather than divergence. Divergence is just a fancy word of saying the stock is not doing anything compared to the market, or it's doing the opposite of what the market's doing, which, I mean, it's all just as good as long as you know how to read price action, but preferably I would rather my stock to be stronger or weaker. Right. So we've got about 10 minutes left here. I don't know if you guys have any more questions you want to ask. We can do a quick Q&A until we're done, but giving the sauce to the I saw you have a level 2 on your flexible grid when we looked at Tesla, but not time and sales. Do you watch that in a separate window? How often do you filter the trade volume? I never filter the trade volume, and I do have time and sales right here. You just can't see anything because the market's closed. And I don't filter the size. What is the ADD? I personally don't really use it. I just have it up. If so, what's your above size preference on T? Yeah, no, Sean, I don't ever filter my orders. I know some people do. I don't see any point in doing that. Question on IWM small caps. They had a big bounce today. So, yeah, what's the question, Merc? Shop review. I looked at Shop earlier. I didn't like anything on it, so there's not a whole lot for me to review there. Is the stock hours algo available for TOS? It is not. I head out. All right, Willie. Appreciate you guys coming out. Can you show us your flexible grid setup? I can. You watch them equally as close level 2 and time and sales. Yeah, I mean, I watch time and sales and level 2 about the same. Level 2, I mean, I'm more focused on level 2 because literally the only thing I need to see on time and sales is it flashing my color very quickly, like in my peripheral vision. Merc, yeah, I mean, technically it is in an uptrend, which is cool, but also you got to keep in mind that uptrends are also bearish patterns. They're bearish breakdown patterns. So either way you want to look at that, technically, yes, it is trending up right now. Oh, sorry, Juan, here. This is my flexible grid setup. I usually don't have level 2 pulled up, but I have level 2 pulled up on interactive is the reason that I don't have it pulled up on here. Say you're in a trade and up. What are you looking at specifically on level 2? Say you're in calls. Are you watching for the ask to rise and for walls to be taken down? Or are you watching for the bid? Once our level breaks, I'm focused on the bid if we're in an upside trade, because I want to see that the buyers are continuing to buy up this stock. Scalps, I'll see the price update late on TOS charts and miss the sell, and the options price is lagging. Any tips to see the price updates? I would use alerts. So in this case, just where my cursor's at right now, that's at 220 or 233.50 on Tesla. If you're looking to sell on the break above 233.50, I would set an alert for mark at or above 233.50. When that goes off, I would click my sell button. Why do we keep doing moves after market? This shit is annoying. 728. I have no idea. I wish I could answer that question, Jose. Is it Wait, where are you seeing that? Are you looking at that on a different platform? Watching for the bid to increase with size on it. Yes. Levels for IWM tomorrow. I don't have any levels, Merc. When I looked at it earlier, I said it was in no man's land, and the reason I said that is because there's no levels to be trading on that. So. When are you looking at the charts, and what is your process? Or when you're looking at the charts, What is your process? Do you first look for close levels, any nearby trend? Yes, Kevin, exactly. How do you create a level 2 for shares? When I select the option I want to trade, my level 2 switches to those contracts. Sean, the way that you do that is unlink your level 2 from your options, from whatever your options are linked to. So let's say you have your regular level 2, right? And you have your watch list linked to the options chain, which is linked to the book trader, right? I have my one level 2 linked to the same thing as everything else, and then I have another level 2 that's completely unlinked. So I have to type in the stock ticker into my one level 2, and then my other level 2 will move along with everything else, since my watch list is linked to my options chain, which is linked to my book trader, which is also linked to that level 2. So you just have to have a separate level 2 and keep it unlinked. When you're looking at the chart, oh sorry, SMCI peaked at 728 on Thinkorswim. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking at 728 through the 730 break, at least for tomorrow. Up 1,000 at 721, but they didn't want me to get paid. They don't want us to get paid, Jose. Can you show us how you read level 2 quotes on your flexible grid when you're in a trade? Yeah, I mean, I kind of just explained it, Juan. Whenever I'm looking at a level, let's say it's to the upside, I'm going to be focused on the ask up until that level breaks. Once that level breaks on the ask, I'm going to be focusing my attention to the bid to make sure that the buyers are continuing to buy it up. Same thing for downside trades, except flip that. Hear the term large order block or wall at so-and-so level. Does that just mean there's a large order in the order book, or where do you get that info? We get that info from level 2, Tyler. So a wall is basically when we're going to see an abnormally large amount of orders sitting at one price. So like in this case, you see how on the ask side we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 101, right? That 101 is going to be your wall. All right, Tariq, appreciate you coming out. Yes, I'll break 730 pre-market, probably, Jose. There's separate level 2 for options and stocks. No, Sean was just saying that whenever he clicks on his options, it'll pull it up on that level 2 as well. So like the same level 2 will show the level 2 for the options contract instead of the stock. Okay, Sean, so what you would do there is you would, okay, so you've got to have your option loaded into the book trader, which I would assume is also linked to that level 2. Whenever you do that, go back and type in a different stock in whatever area you need to, and then you should be able to open another level 2. Not exactly sure how I did that. I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it was something like that though. Like I had to have one pulled up in order to get another. Do you watch level 2 on the contract? Not really. Was up big today, then had FOMO and lost it. Any recommendations? I would say keep your emotions out of the trades, because whenever you get emotional in your trades, that's when you're going to start losing money or just making dumb mistakes. Like if you were up big today, you should have just taken your profits and walked away, as opposed to trying to get greedy and try and make more. So I would also recommend that if you were up really big today and you lost it all, then you probably should have had a stop loss set somewhere that made sense. So if you're up that nicely on a trade, don't let that trade go red. At the very least, stop out, break even. But if you're up, the way you explained that, I'm guessing that you're up like a pretty crazy percentage. So like if you're up 30, 40, 50%, don't sell for less than 25%. Like just get out before you break even on something like that. But if you don't get out before your break even, then at least get out at break even once you're nicely green on a trade. Try it. Maybe I can follow back up. Yeah, Sean. Up 80%, sold at 30%. Okay, so you didn't lose. You still made 30% on the trade. I would say if you were that worried about it, you should have probably scaled out of some of your position. But where is your active trade on flexible grid? I don't use TOS for my execution. I use interactive brokers for my execution. So I don't have active trader pulled up. If I did, I would pull it up right here. But with Thinkorswim Active Trader, can you put limit orders by holding shift? Or you can put limit orders by holding shift and clicking the sell square at your price you want. Oh, I think you're trying to talk to Merck. The difference on TOS and active trade. Active trade is just a different way to submit orders. What's your position size now on, wait, hold on. I can't, for some reason oh, what's your position size nowadays on a good setup? It just depends. I mean, if it's a really good setup, probably like 7,500-ish at least. That's kind of like the mid-range of my large sizing. So I keep my sizing in like different blocks, and then I have a low end of each block and I have a high end of each block. So if that makes sense, but be bullish on any long-term holds or just day trades? No, I don't have any long-term holding. Zero long-term holding. I'm holding calls on Keith. That's what I'm holding. How's NVIDIA looking? Hector, I think I said earlier I don't like NVIDIA, and it is looking exactly the same because the market's closed. I like it at like 124, but we're $3 away from that, so. Do you notice much performance difference between level 2 on TOS versus interactive? I mean, yes, but also people try and act like, you know, oh, I'm on TOS, so that's why I can't read level 2. 99.9% of what you need is on TOS. Interactives is just a little bit better. Like, the difference that it makes is not the difference between being able to read level 2 and not being able to read level 2. If you can read level 2, you can read it on any platform. However, yes, interactives is a bit nicer and a bit easier to read, but they're like 99.9% the same. So how do you place your trades if you have no active trader screen? Like I said, I don't execute on Thinkorswim. I execute on interactive brokers, which is on my other monitor over here. The wall's better on IB level 2. Yes, it's easier to see them. Scott on TOS, any suggestions? Usually on Robinhood. I mean, I don't know exactly what you mean by any suggestions. I would suggest going through every single tab on this platform and making yourself more familiar with it than the people that made it. That would be my suggestion. What other shades do you use on interactive broker level 2? They're all gray. All right, boys and girls and everything else, we will go ahead and wrap this up here. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and let's see. If you're not in stock hours, make sure you join for the remainder of the last free day here. And I will go ahead and screenshot this and send it in the stocks chat and the lessons tab. If you're not in stock hours, make sure you screenshot it, write these levels out, and we will see you at pre-market review in the morning. Appreciate you guys all for sticking around, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow.